Bangor Township Fire Sergeant is taking on a new role in Essexville. Don Middleton has accepted the chief's position at the Essexville Fire Department. Middleton has around 43 years' experience with Bangor Township. He's served as a firefighter, command officer, instructor, and technical rescue team member. Chief Middleton has also served as a community corrections officer, dive, and marine patrol team member with the Bay County Sheriff's Department. The Mid-Michigan Medical Center of Midland employee has for her work over the past 3 decades. Patient Relations Manager Robin Nelson was recognized with the Terrence F. Moore Award, formerly known as the Bernard Lorimer Award. To be eligible, employees must possess 10 years or more of service and exhibit compassion and concern for people, loyalty, dedication, cooperation, and a willingness to help others, have earned the respect and admiration of others, demonstrate a positive attitude, and have made meaningful contributions to others through their own performance. Nelson began with the hospital in 1989 as a medical social worker. She became the patient relations manager in 1995. WSGW News Time 9:07.
Service. It's hard to find these days. M&R Garage Door has built their business on it. M&R Garage Door has been taking care of their customers in the Tri-Cities for over 50 years. M&R can repair any brand garage door or opener, including all residential and industrial doors. Call them today for all your service needs. Openers for every style and every budget. Call M&R Garage Door at 989-894-0971. For all of your garage door and opener needs, 989-894-0971.
Hello, my name is the Reverend Blake D. Strozier, and I am the senior pastor of the Tabernacle Missionary Baptist Church. I am also a member of the Saginaw African American Pastors. I am urging all residents of Saginaw to get the COVID vaccination shot for a variety of reasons. The first reason is to protect yourself. The second reason is to protect those around you. Full vaccination affords you the opportunity to reconnect with family, neighbors, church members, co-workers, and friends without fear of catching or receiving the virus. It's our shot to a sense of returning back to normalcy. So Saginaw, let's get vaccinated.
WS 908, the weather forecast is next. An expert has told Michigan's Redistricting Commission that some of its draft congressional maps would be fairer to Democrats than current gerrymandered seats, but legislative districts, especially in the House, would still favor Republicans. Lisa Hanley, a consultant who was hired to advise the 13-member panel, provided it with partisan fairness data on Friday. The commission, which voters empowered to draw district lines instead of partisan lawmakers, is expected to make changes before voting on draft proposals. Residents will be able to weigh in on those maps at 5 public hearings starting October 18th. A new study finds Michigan has the 3rd highest detectable amount of lead in the blood. Jason Scott.
The findings come from the Journal of American Medical Associated Pediatrics. Of the tested population, 1 in 2 American children under the age of 6 had detectable levels of lead in their blood. Nebraska had the highest level in the country with 83%. Missouri was second with 82%, while Michigan rounded out the top 3. Our state's children tested positive 78% of the time. Jason Scott, the Michigan News Network.
University of Michigan police say the campus is safe following a shooting threat. The threat was posted online and caught the attention of state police and campus authorities over the weekend. It read, in part, "On October 4th, I'm going to the University of Michigan to shoot every single woman I see using an AR-15 because of the Me Too movement." Public Safety and Security Executive Director Eddie Washington said they conducted a threat assessment of the suspect, accounting for all information available and evaluating the individual's means, opportunities, and influence to cause harm. WSGW News Time 9:10. I'm Mike Percha.
Here's your WSGW Weatherology Forecast. For today, we'll look for patchy fog, otherwise a good chance of showers and storms under overcast skies with a high near 68. Tonight, shower chances gradually come to an end under cloud cover, lows around 57, turning partly sunny for your Tuesday, and a high in the lower 70s. On Tuesday night, partly cloudy, lows bottom off to around 56 with a blend of sun and clouds here for your Wednesday and a high near 74. Showers and storms on Thursday, 7. Meteorologist Eric Dolman with the WSGW Weatherology Forecast. Right now, it's 64.
Now, The only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com.
Well, good morning to you, and welcome to another edition of the Art Lewis Show. Brand new week for you. Nice to have you with us on this Monday morning. Later on, open phones, and at 11 o'clock on Focus, we're going to focus on the SVRC Marketplace. But for the beginning of this hour, we're going to learn about another major religion in our area and some of the activities that religion is doing in forms of a new place to worship. And we are talking about the Tri-City Hindu Temple. We're going to do that, and we say good morning to Dr. Karu. Doctor, good morning to you.
Good morning. Nice to talk to you.
Well, nice to talk to you too. Doc, I have to ask, how large a population is the Hindu population in the Great Lakes Bay region?
Well, in the Tri-City area, there are about 300 Hindu families. So that will make around a total of maybe less than 1,000 people.
Most of them in the medical profession?
Mostly in the medical as well as, IT, information
technology.
And nowadays there is more you will find in the pharmacies.
You're in the process of constructing a new Hindu temple, is that correct?
Yeah, we have completed a new temple, and this temple is in the traditional Indian style. And with all the architecture as well as the decorations, the Indian style.
Where were you gathering prior to this?
We had a hall near this building. There was another hall, and we were using that as a temporary worship area for the last 5 years.
Now, the new building is where?
Adjacent to the old one. That is, the road is called Temple Court. This is just opposite to Walmart on Bay Road.
Ah, so you're north of Tittabawassee on Bay Road.
Yeah, opposite to Walmart on Bay.
Now, I know this weekend you have activities coming up. Tell us a little bit about what's going on at the temple.
Yeah, what we are doing is the building is ready. Now we have to put some idols, are made of granite. What we do is we make idols in granite stone, and this weekend's program is with certain rituals, we infuse the divinity in these idols and place them in proper place. And we take idols as the representation of the God when we pray.
These would be comparable to icons in other churches?
That's correct. That is correct. Comparable to that. And these idols were made in India. As we know, India is the place where the good concrete, good granite is available. Millions of years old granite. So they can sculpt these idols very nicely in that. It doesn't break. They were made in India and were transported via sea transport to New York, from New York to Saginaw by road.
So, Dr. Karut, tell us a little bit about the Hindu religion. How does it compare to other religions? How does it differ?
In proper perspective, Hinduism is the third largest religion in the world, behind Christianity and Islam. Christianity is around 2 billion. Islam is about 5.6 billion. And Hindus are 1.2 billion worldwide. And it is estimated there are about 1.5 million Hindus in the United States.
Is it a religion based on God?
So it is based on God, but unlike the other major religions, we don't have a structured religious dictum for this. You know, Hinduism was not originated by one single prophet. Over millennia, you know, it's 5,000 years old. Over the millennia, there were several prophets, and they had several different ideas. The ideas are not exactly the same, but the Hindu religion includes all type of diversity. And each individual is free to worship whatever ideas they believe in, and they are free. You know, they're all Hindus, but diversity and multiple ideas are all encompassed in this Hindu religion.
Is the service, though, a unified service?
It is. It is. It is believed that the God comes on earth in different personalities. This is what is called avatar. You know, avatar is American pronunciation of that. The God comes in whenever there is a need for humanity to do the right things. God comes as a human being and does a lot of good things. It's just like Christ. You know, God came as an individual in the world to teach human beings. So in Hinduism, there are several incarnations of God. There are 10 like that in the past. And in our temple, we are taking one incarnation, one avatar, as the main deity, which represents the universal God.
I find this fascinating. I love to learn about religions. I have said many times that I think that there should be a mandatory course in high school called comparative religions, where you learn about them and it develops worldwide understanding rather than what we have today. If I hear you correctly, now I'm a Jewish kid from the Bronx, so I don't have a belief in Christ, but I have a belief in God, and you have a belief in God. If we all sat down, various religions of the world, and talked about just God as opposed to Christ or your avatars or what have you, would we all come to the same basic understanding of what we believe God is?
Exactly. That is what is needed really in our time and age, because people think this is my God, that is your God. You know, the God is the same. We need to come to understand that. You might be pleased to know that we have an interfaith community in Saginaw. You know, the priest, Reverend Kurt Norman, is heading that interfaith group in Saginaw.
Mm-hmm.
And we have all denominations of Christianity, Hindus, Islam, Jewish, Buddhist, Jain, all these leaders in these religions have come together. We have periodic meetings.
Can you hang on?
In fact,
Okay, hang on.
you know, our
yeah, Dr. Kumar, hang on, Dr. Karu, hang on a minute because I have to take a break. We'll come back and talk through another segment here. We're talking to Dr. Karu about the new Hindu temple. We'll tell you more about it, more about the activities coming up this weekend. All ahead on the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW, where it is time to play the WSGW Fall into Cash contest presented by Herman Hiss and Company, downtown Bay City. Right now, you can qualify to win the daily cash prize of $1,000 by entering the following word online at WSGW.com. The word this hour is finish. Finish what you start. FINISH. It's an Alpha Media company-wide contest. Must be 18 or older to play. One winner chosen each day. Complete rules at WSGW.com. It's the Fall into Cash contest presented by Herman Hiss and Company on WSGW. We'll be back with Dr. Karu after these notes.
Hey, this is WSGW's Pat Johnston. Playoff baseball is finally here, and this October, you can make every moment more with FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, all customers get a $10 same-game parlay bet bonus. Just place a $20 same-game parlay bet on either wildcard game and get a $10 bonus, win or lose. Every pitch, hit, and run matters that much more in the postseason. So combine these moments for bigger odds and bigger wins. Now, you can build your same-game parlay bet any way you like. For instance, with total home runs, total strikeouts, RBIs, and more. New to FanDuel Sportsbook? Sign up today with promo code WSGW to also receive a risk-free bet of up to $1,000. That's promo code WSGW so they know I sent you. Must be 21 and present in Michigan. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $10 plus $400 final price or longer required. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
Attorney Joe Cordell. New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has guided men through the challenges of divorce. You're not alone. Call Cordell & Cordell.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Detroit area attorneys. Offices in Troy and Ann Arbor. CordellCordell.com.
Liberty Mutual Insurance presents.
And Doug.
Don't you just love the smell of old books? Shh, this is a library. Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need. I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction. It really does devour literature. Please leave. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Facebook's whistleblower has revealed herself to the SEC and 60 Minutes. However, Barron says Facebook's stock price might already include the possible fallout and regulatory risk. Facebook is considered cheaper than any of the other tech giants. Uber and Lyft say they had to raise prices because of a driver shortage. The Wall Street Journal says driver supply prices still aren't back to normal. There's speculation the higher prices are to keep drivers on the job. Budget TVs, lawnmowers, and outdoor grills are all impacted by the chip shortage, but you're likely to find a more expensive high-end version of the appliance you need. Companies are pushing upscale products to make up for higher costs. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda, invested in you.
Cleanliness and safety are essential to the success of any business. That's why Cintas has introduced our Total Clean program, a one-of-a-kind service that includes scheduled deliveries of essential cleaning supplies, hygienically cleaned uniforms, and on-site sanitizer and disinfectant services to help eliminate germs. Learn what the Cintas Total Clean program can do for you.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get
Run for fun and a cause. The Great Lakes Bay Animal Society's 9th annual Fast and Furious 5K Run Walk is Saturday, October 9th at City Forest in Midland. For more info, go to glbas.org.
At CDW, we get the right network makes remote locations seem less remote.
Great, because my data is lagging out here.
CDW can orchestrate the Aruba Edge Services platform, bringing computing closer to where data is created. It automates, unifies, and secures the edge, fixing problems before they impact your business, giving your network a sixth sense. Someone at the door?
Just a moose. He works here.
Aruba and IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Aruba.
I need tech that can make me as productive in my home office as I am at my office.
Staples Connect. How about a PC that'll help me get the most out of my day and my budget?
Staples Connect makes it possible with the tools you need to work from anywhere. And now get up to $200 off select PCs, like the Lenovo IdeaPad 5i with Intel i5 processor. Explore what's new at your local Staples or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 10/17. In-store only, limit 2.
I'm Megan Stamen with McLaren Bay Region. The WSGW website, Facebook page, and newscast keep me well informed of what's going on in the Great Lakes Bay region.
And back with you on the Art Lewis Show for this Monday morning, talking to Dr. Karu about the new Hindu temple in Saginaw. Doctor, is there an opportunity for the public to tour the new center?
Yes, certainly. They're all welcome. Anyone who wants to come, most welcome. And the ceremonies are Thursday evening and Friday morning and evening, and Saturday morning and evening, and Sunday morning. 8 to 1:30 will be the main festivities, and everyone is invited. Please come, participate. Whatever time one is able to, that is fine. And of all the worship areas, the end of the worship, there will be lunch or dinner served.
Tell me about the service on Sunday. I noticed in some of the printed material here that it's conducted in a traditional fashion. What is that about?
Yeah, all those writings are in which called Sanskrit. Sanskrit is like Latin, the old language, and that is the several steps in the ritual is enumerated there. There are several steps in invoking the divinity, the God, into the stone idol. So once this ritual is completed, we consider the divinity is in this idol, and then we pray this idol. And prayer, there are different types of prayers. That is the process on Sunday. We start at 8 o'clock and hopefully completed by 1:30 p.m.
Is there
These days, anyone who wants to come is welcome.
Is there a native language that's used?
No, we will be all giving instruction, everything in English. Only the priest will be chanting in the Sanskrit language. They chant what is called mantras, the hymns in the Sanskrit language, which is around 5,000 years old. They will be chanting in that language, but everyone else will be speaking in English.
And again, this will be Sunday morning, right, from 8 to about 1:30.
Correct, yeah.
And I also know that you've published or are in the process of publishing a souvenir book. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the souvenir. So there are several articles about the history of our temple. How we gathered together and decided to build one, and the process by which we for that, the several steps we took, and initially built this common hall for prayer, and then this new temple, and the individuals involved in that. These are described. Then about the Hindu religion, its beliefs, everything is described. May I talk to you about one of the main tenets of Hinduism? Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
One of the main tenets of Hinduism is non-violence. Any harm to your fellow beings, or for that matter, any living being or environment. A famous proponent of this principle was Gandhi.
I was going to say Gandhi, yes.
Gandhi, yeah. He adopted this method to gain freedom for India from the British. And later in this country, Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. adopted the same principle to gain civil rights for his people. Actually, the march from Selma to Montgomery was modeled on Gandhi's one such march in 1922. Yeah. So, Martin Luther King Jr. spent 6 months in India learning Gandhi's principles. The non-violence, that is his main. Non-violence and adherence to truth.
Probably the most famous of all nonviolent practitioners in the world.
Yeah. That was the basis of Hinduism.
Yeah. I see on my video screen, I don't see the image, but I see the name Narendra. I wonder if Dr. Kumar is with us this morning.
No, Kumar is not with us. I am speaking from my home.
Yeah, I know you are, but I see him on video, and I wonder, Dr. Kumar, are you there? Doctor, can you hear me? I don't hear you if you're there. I see you, or part of you, but I don't hear you. Nope, I don't hear you, Doctor.
Yeah,
yeah, he's on video.
Main person in our temple.
He's on video. I can see him, but I can't hear him right now. So Dr. Karu, thank you for spending this time with us and enlightening us on Hinduism. And glad to chat with you about it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lewis, for giving me this opportunity.
You are more than welcome. Thank you very much.
I welcome every one of your listeners to come and participate and bless us.
Very good, sir. We will. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dr. Karu, and we thank you for joining us this morning. Dr. Kumar, I see the video disappeared, so he was having some issues. Anyway, again, we thank you for joining us. The Tri-City Hindu Temple is at 3311 Temple Court in Saginaw, north of Tittabawassee, across from Walmart. If you have an interest in learning about other religions, I personally think it's beneficial, as I've said, and as I told Dr. Karu. I believe that in high school, youngsters should be required to take a course in comparative religion so that they understand all of the religions of the world, rather than just hear all the negatives that are in the news and all the speculations. I think a course of study would be a wise avenue to follow. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, it is open phones for the remainder of the program, right up through 11 o'clock. So if you would like to join us, you can give us a call, 752-6111 in Saginaw and Bay City. Elsewhere in the state, 866-790-WSGW or 989-752-6111. Works from anywhere. And we will be back after these notes.
Hemlock Public School District is a leader in innovation, collaboration, and education in mid-Michigan with programs from the cradle to early middle college. We're hands-on and hard-working. Our mission and vision, here to serve, innovate, educate, and collaborate. For more information, call us at 989-642-5282. That's 642-5282. Or explore more at hemlockps.com. Hemlock Public Schools, excellence in education. Enroll today.
You work hard to find the right soybean seed for your fields, and you stand by your work. So do we. That's why we put our soybean seed through strenuous testing and provide precise varieties and expert agronomic support for your operation. Ask your authorized retailer or your BASF Agronomic Solutions advisor about Credens, because credibility isn't just, it's our commitment. Credens soybean seed. For the experts that understand, credibility is earned. Always read and follow label directions.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
Sustainability and better water. Here's Sam.
Hey, Culligan, I'm really into sustainability. My clothes, my utensils, my food. But how do I get more sustainability from my water?
Super question, Sam, and the answer is an always-on drinking water system from Culligan, which helps eliminate the equivalent of 15 billion single-use plastic bottles a year.
Whoa, that's a ton of sustainability.
416,000 tons, Sam, and we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with the local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Still looking for that one special voice that makes you fall in love with podcasts? The one is out on Spotify. With over 2 million shows and today's most talked about podcasts, Spotify is the best place to find that one special show that makes you laugh, keeps you interested, and keeps you listening for more. Whatever you're into, get way more into it with a podcast. Find the one you've been listening for right now, free on Spotify.
The whole goal is to point people to something bigger.
What if the news was different and covered more than one side of the story? Not just the who or the what, but the why. What if it took you closer?
People want it.
So you can make up your own mind. What if the news lets you think for yourself? Introducing a new point of view. Yours. Newsy. Watch Newsy free on your TV. Learn more at newsy.com.
Did you know that United Healthcare helps connect you to doctors and therapists with 24/7 access to virtual care?
So I could have therapy from my couch?
Yep.
Or a doctor appointment from my car?
If you wanted to.
Wait, you're right. I don't even like when people see me sing in the car. Couch appointment it is. Virtual visits are just one of the ways United Healthcare helps connect you to better health. .com. Plan benefits may vary.
There's a lot of confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID, with guidelines and regulations changing by the week. You need an accurate thermometer for your family to check for fever, the leading sign of flu and COVID. Only the Exocrine temporal scanner thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Non-contact thermometers have no scientific studies behind them and can miss the fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at Exocrine.com.
On air and online from the Stone Specialist Studios, this is 100.5 and 790 News Radio.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW, the Art Lewis Show. We had a caller ask if there was any information available on the Hindu temple, a phone number or a website. Phone number, 790-9199. 790-9199. There is an email address, Hindu Temple Tri-City at gmail.com. Again, that's Hindu Temple Tri-City, all one word, at gmail.com. And I'm sure they can get you more information. And they can probably also tell you about the book they have that they're going to be selling. It's a souvenir book during the temple inauguration. We thank Dr. Kuru for being with us today. We appreciate it. All right. Again, open lines now. Whatever you'd like to chat about, 752-6111, toll free 866-790. WSGW. For those who watch the Supreme Court, this will be a session to watch because there are a number, not just one, but a number of major constitutional issues that will come before the court. They include abortion rights, gun rights, religious rights. All of these will be before the court this session. Roe v. Wade will be tested, if not voted on or impacted directly because of a Mississippi law that's coming before the court. That will be one to watch. Also, a challenge to affirmative action. This will be a session to pay attention to, particularly since the addition of Amy Coney Barrett, Justice of the Supreme Court, replacing Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a conservative for a liberal. It, on the surface, swings the balance of the court to a 6-3 conservative ratio. But why do I say on the surface? I say on the surface because at least one or two of the justices, including the Chief Justice, have demonstrated the ability to cross over political ideologic lines and vote for what they truly believe. There is, as I said, several major cases and issues that will be before the court. And I mean, they literally could change the course of life in America in many ways. These are pretty heady constitutional issues. So all eyes will be on the court when they issue their various rulings. Bill is in Hemlock, so let's chat with Bill this morning. Bill, good morning to you.
Good morning. I'm glad you have different religions, telling about different religions on your program. I wish you would have more someday, maybe once a month or something, have somebody on there.
It's an interesting idea. I like that.
And yeah, and even if you'd have an atheist on there.
Yeah.
I believe in religion, but only like 51%.
Well, you might not be an atheist then. You might be an agnostic.
Now, my daughter's 14 years old, granddaughter, and she didn't want to go to church with us, and she asked me, is the Easter Bunny real? Is the Tooth Fairy real? Is Santa real? I said, you have to decide that. And if you have any faith, you have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know,
I don't go to church. Pardon?
I really like the suggestion of having religious folks on and chatting about religion from time to time. Not from a standpoint of challenging it, from the standpoint of learning about it. Because religion, you don't argue religion because religion is a matter of faith. It's what we all individually believe. It's what we individually believe. So the argument is within yourself, really. But to learn about other religions and respect how others think and believe, I think is important in this world today, and we don't see enough of it.
We don't. That's right. I was raised Catholic, but I can't go Catholic anymore. Church, they changed the rules so much, but I pray every morning and I pray every evening. And
Well, you're still a religious man then.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my faith. I don't regularly go, but I have my faith and my belief in God.
Great. And there was many great men in history, and Jesus Christ was a great man, but I don't think he was part God.
Well, it's an individual belief system.
Great. And if you believe that, that's fine. That's good.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the good shows.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye now. All right, we're going to take a break. Come back. We'll get to Jim in Freeland when we return after these notes.
Get a stylish solution for every room with window treatments at Menards and save with 11% off everything. Add style and privacy with blinds and shades from Window Images. Plus, you can get them trimmed to width for free. It's our 11% off. Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Good through October 9th. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
For over 40 years, Region 7 Area Agency on Aging has focused on helping our citizens and providing them with a wide range of free services, from helping you find the right drug plan to helping your loved ones get innovative care at home with access to in-home medical care, medical transportation, and so much more. Call the Region 7 Area Agency on Aging today at 800-858-1637 or visit us online at region7aaa.org.
Motown Legends, The Temptations, The Four Tops. Saturday night, November 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Temps and Tops together. Tickets start at $34. On sale now at the Soaring Eagle, at Eagles Landing box offices, or online at etix.com. T&T together again. The legendary Motown sound, November 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino. Spend part of Thanksgiving weekend with the Temps and Tops at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Motown's Fab Five and Famous Four, The Temptations, and Four Tops. Tickets on sale now. Details at SoaringEagleCasino.com.
So the dream was to build your very own law practice. Be your own boss, call all the shots. But have things like billing, HR, timekeeping, and all the other management stuff turned your dream into a nightmare? Take charge of your practice with Lexicon. Management software and legal support services for your firm. You'll get more billable and livable hours back. Lexicon marks the spot for all your practice management needs. Visit lexiconservices.com/intersection to get the whole story or schedule a demo.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents.
And don't you just love the smell of old books? Shh, this is a library. Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need. I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction. It really does devour literature. Please leave. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Finding be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
On the next Markley Van Camp and Robbins show, the top 5 Biden accomplishments.
A 10-second show on Monday. Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins. Weekdays at noon on 100.5 and 790. News Radio WSGW.
Hey, we're back with you on the Art Lewis Show and back to our phones. Jim is in Freeland. Jim, good morning to you. Hi.
Well, I just wanted to say about the gas line that broke out in California.
Oil line, yeah, the oil spill.
Yeah, and then you had that accident in the Gulf and the accident Kalamazoo, and we want to put a pipeline across the Straits of Mackinac. And I don't think that that's right. And even in Canada, they want to put a nuclear waste site over there by the Lake Huron. I think although everything's up to code and everybody's doing the best they can, I think an accident will happen. And it's just going to contaminate one of the biggest drinking waters in the world.
Well, the pipeline is already there at the Straits. It's not a new pipeline. It's a new way of delivering that pipeline in an encased closure.
Yeah, but it's just a question of when that's going to have an accident.
Well, that's true of a lot of things that we depend on in our lives. We don't shut down the automobile industry because we kill 50,000 people a year on the roads.
No, but you look at safer every year is what you can. And I just believe that the line going across the Straits is just an accident waiting to happen, along with that nuclear waste. And
well, they moved that a little farther inland. Originally they wanted to put it like within couple of miles of the shoreline. They've moved that site.
And even, bringing trash to Michigan, it seems like, Canada's bigger than the U.S. Why can't they put it a lot further north,
Yeah, that I agree with you there. I've said all along when that was a big story, I kept saying, come on, a country that big, they can find a hole in the ground.
Yeah, it should be, a second Grand Canyon or something.
Yeah. All right. Good enough, Jim. Appreciate it. Thanks for calling.
Yep.
Bye-bye now. Bye. And let's talk to Russ in Bay City. Russ, good morning.
Morning, Art. You mentioned that the Supreme Court is going to be addressing affirmative action. And I'm wondering, how do we maintain a program that those who benefit from it are so deeply ashamed of benefiting from it? In fact, will outright deny having benefited from it.
I don't know. Actually, I know people who won't deny it. I know people who have benefited and say they've benefited from it.
Very rare. It's like trying to find someone who admits to being pro-abortion. It's usually denied.
No. People who are pro-life admit it. People who are pro-abortion, the right to choose. They regularly admit it. They protest. They regularly admit it.
Yeah, but they don't admit being pro-abortion.
Sure they do.
Pro-choice.
Which is the same thing.
I agree, it is the same thing, but they insist there is a difference because they are so ashamed of being pro-abortion. It's a euphemism they stick to. My body, my choice, but not when it comes to mask mandates, not when it comes to I'm having a brain fart here. Injection their mandates. It's my body, my choice only when it comes to abortion.
Yeah.
And you find the same thing with affirmative action. ESPN just fired a white woman for publicly acknowledging a coworker had benefited from affirmative action. Not supposed to do that.
Yep. Well, the court will have to deal with it. It'll be interesting to see.
I think given the circumstances, they should get rid of it. If it's so shameful, if it's so appalling, let's just do away with it and hire people strictly based on abilities. I don't care what color they are, what gender they are, or who they choose to sleep with.
I prefer a different method. I prefer a different method. I want them to take a look at it as it relates to the Constitution and tell me whether it is constitutional or not. If it's constitutional, then fine, I can live with that. If it's not, then you get rid of it.
Well, with equal application of our law, I don't see how it possibly could be constitutional.
Well, you don't, but then again, we're not jurists. They look at it differently than we do.
But at least we all get a say in it.
That's true. All right, Russ, thanks. Appreciate it. Gene, you're going to have to call back because we're out of time for this hour. We're going to take our break. And Gene, if you'll call back after the news, we'll get you on right away. And we'll be back after these notes.
Are you ready for retirement? Well, Jason and Carl Kreiderman with Great Lakes Investment Advisors have a new book that can help make retiring easier. In Empower Your Retirement, they talk about how a well-thought-out financial plan can make the difference between just surviving and thriving in retirement. Using everyday language, this book explores how a simple process can help you cover all the bases of your financial life, including how taxes can affect your retirement and much more. Your finances are too important to leave to chance. Empower Your Retirement is written to help you understand the must-dos to prepare for the retirement you desire. Get your free copy of Empower Your Retirement by calling 989-848-1188. That's 989-848-1188. And for more on retirement planning, tune into Jason and Carl's radio show, Your Financial Empower Hour, every Sunday morning at 8. Firm provides advisory services offered by Great Lakes Investment Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor firm in the state of Michigan. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
Choose the proven performance of the Roundup Ready Extend crop system, featuring high-yielding Extend Flex soybeans and the exceptional weed control of Extendamax herbicide with Vapor Grip technology. Elite genetics, triple herbicide tolerance, flexibility that delivers results, backed by 25 years of innovation. That's the Roundup Ready Extend crop system, the system of choice. Extendamax is a restricted-use pesticide. Always follow stewardship practices, all pesticide label directions, and check with your state pesticide regulatory agency for specific restrictions in your state.
They say if you listen hard enough, you can hear the corn grow. You're out in the field, you understand its challenges and what it needs to thrive. Channel Seedsmen bring insights from the field to our team of Bayer plant breeders. Their knowledge inspires our product development. From your best ground to your most challenging conditions, our products are designed to perform in your fields. Visit channellistens.com to see our latest innovations. Always read and follow IRM where applicable, grain marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
News. $3.5 trillion spending bill. Build back better. News.
Democrats wasting money.
Around the clock. 70% of the president's agendas on the table.
News coverage.
This
on WSGW.
All right. That will do it for this hour, the Art Lewis Show. But we'll be back after the news, and it will be a full open line hour. So whatever's on your mind, give us a call. And Gene, don't forget to call back. Sorry we couldn't get to you this hour. What we will get to is CBS News at the top of the hour, telling us what's happening in the world and the nation. Then the local news, bringing you up to date on the Great Lakes Bay region and the state of Michigan. Then we'll be back with open phones right after the news. We'll talk to you then.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Vicki Barker in London. The Supreme Court back in session this hour, and the future of abortion in America hangs in the balance. The justice is expected to hear a Mississippi versus Wade, the 1970s ruling codifying women's right to abortion.
Shannon Brewer is director of the clinic in Jackson.
I've been here through a lot of different laws that we fought. This is the one that I can honestly say worries me more than any of them.
The justices will hear arguments in the case in December, with Justice Amy Coney Barrett replacing liberal icon Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Abortion opponents hope this court could with mostly conservative states ready to outlaw or greatly restrict abortion if the court sides with Mississippi.
CBS's Jan Crawford says the ruling on that case could come in June. Coronavirus. Johnson & Johnson reportedly ready to ask the FDA to approve a boost vaccine. CBS News chief medical correspondent Dr. Jonathan LaPook.
This comes on the heels of a study last month showing a second dose of the J&J vaccine increased its efficacy in the United States against moderate to severe COVID to over 90%.
A Virginia nurse under arrest for allegedly stealing and selling COVID vax cards. CBS's Linda Kenyon has more.
Beth Ann Kierzak, a nurse at a Michigan VA hospital, is charged with stealing authentic coronavirus hospital and then reselling them for up to $200. The criminal complaint says she sold the cards across the Metro Detroit area, primarily communicating with buyers via Facebook Messenger.
Locals along Southern California's beaches grieving after an oil spill sends oil in beaches and wetlands.
We love the wildlife around here. There's whale migration happening out there. There are super pods of dolphins, seals, and they're all going to suffer because of this.
The leak's been contained. The cause isn't yet known. The beaches could be closed for months. Attention, Captain Kirk.
The final frontier.
William Shatner, star of that first iconic Star Trek series, is set to become the oldest person ever to go into will take part in the next Blue Origin rocket launch from Amazon founder Jeff Bezos next week. More down-to-earth dreams now. What would you do if you win tonight's mega massive Powerball?
I plan on winning it big, buying myself maybe a yacht or, a house. I don't know, maybe a mansion? And a cleaner to go with it.
Tonight's jackpot's expected to be $670 million, and your chances of winning a mere 1 in 292 million. Just after the open, the Dow is up 32 points. This is CBS News.
Indeed helps find great hires fast. Indeed, for interviewing, screening, and hiring high-quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Ad paid for by CompleteCar.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to the COVID crisis, we are announcing a low-cost extended service plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay nothing for auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay nothing for auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-549-1985 now. Drivers who are covered by this auto protection will not have to pay for a covered repair bill again. At an all-time low, much lower than what dealerships are charging. Additionally, drivers who activate this auto coverage today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and free rental car at no additional cost. Call for your free quick quote today. 800-549-1985. 800-549-1985. What do you have to lose? Again, 800-549-1985.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. It doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
Cloudy skies and 64 degrees at 10:05. Good morning, I'm Mike Percha. 2 shooting incidents were reported by Saginaw County's Central Dispatch yesterday. Police are investigating a shooting that left one man dead in Saginaw. That occurred around 6:10 p.m. The Saginaw Police Department and Michigan State Police responded to the incident in the 2100 block of Burrow Street. 22-year-old Xavier Claudio was pronounced dead at the scene, according to police. This investigation. Earlier Sunday, officers from the Saginaw Police Department, State Police, and the Saginaw County Sheriff's Department responded to a shooting in the 1100 block of Lamson Street. That was around 9:05 a.m. The victim was taken to a local hospital for treatment of non-life-threatening injuries. The Saginaw Major Case Unit is asking residents to call 989-759-1289 if anyone has information on the shootings. Residents can also call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-422-JAIL to stay anonymous. 4 mid-Michigan health systems are receiving a combined $3 million in Lakes Bay Health Centers, Sterling Area Health Center, Hamilton Community Health Center, and Genesee Health Systems are benefiting from the grants provided through the American Rescue Plan Act. The grants will support construction and renovation projects related to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The awards will strengthen the primary health care infrastructure and support the continuation of primary care, dental, and behavioral health care services to families, particularly those who are medically underserved. WSGW News Time, 10:07.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. No added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
RocketGrabPlus.com. The days of paying full price are over. And at RocketGrabPlus.com, we are here always giving you the deals that you need. You can get tons of half-off deals going on right now from Fat Matt's Barbecue, Uplift Creative Center, Joyce's Purple Palette, Frankenmuth Corn Maze, Woody's Hot Dogs, King's Fish Boutique Tanning and Salon. Half off? Yeah, it's true. And it's all at RocketGrabPlus.com.
RocketGrabPlus.com.
WSGW News Time, 10:08. The weather forecast is coming up. Years later, the Michigan Supreme Court this week is revisiting the case of a young woman who was killed while pounding on a door before dawn in suburban Detroit. The result could lead to a new sentencing hearing for Ted Wafer, who has been in prison since his conviction in 2014. Wafer was sentenced to at least 17 years in prison for second-degree murder, manslaughter, and a gun crime. The Supreme Court will hear arguments Thursday about whether it was improper for murder and manslaughter. It's a key issue for Wafer because his sentencing guidelines for murder were enhanced by the manslaughter conviction. Archery deer season is underway. DNR elk, deer, and moose management specialist Chad Stewart says you can report on what you harvest at michigan.gov/DNR harvest report.
It's not mandatory this year, no. It's certainly something that we're trying out for the first time ever. You know, in future years it might go that way, and it probably will go that way. But this year we're just trying it out, and we're giving hunters an opportunity to sort of test drive the system.
Stewart, getting your harvested deer tested for disease like chronic wasting disease and bovine tuberculosis. Local history groups have placed a new headstone in a Traverse City cemetery to honor 8 people from the Civil War era. But who was Nancy Taylor? The groups have identified 3 women who were married to Union veterans and buried in a special area at Oakwood Cemetery, but Taylor's background isn't clear. She died in 1918. The Traverse Area Historical Society and other groups held a ceremony on Saturday, which included men in Civil War-style uniforms firing a musket salute. One of the participants, David Smith, says Taylor might have been a sister of a veteran or a caretaker. When you WSGW Newsroom at 752-0790, it's 1010. I'm Mike Percha.
Here's your WSGW Weatherology Forecast.
We'll see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms here for today with cloudy sky conditions and a high into the upper 60s. Winds out of the northeast around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies and a low near 58. Tuesday, partial sunshine develops, a high of 71 degrees. Then by Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, a high around 73. Thursday, a chance for rain showers, cloudy, high of 75. Then by Friday, another chance for some rain showers and a high around 73. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with the WSGW Weatherology Forecast. Currently, it's 65.
Now, the only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com.
And welcome back to the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW, sponsored by Linda Shepard at Pinnacle Realty. For all of your residential and commercial real estate needs, give Linda a call at 989-295-7713. And don't forget to stop into Cafe 476 at The Point, M46 and M47 in Saginaw. Open phones for this hour. 752-6111 locally. That's Saginaw and Bay City. Elsewhere in the state of Michigan, 866-790 WSGW. Outside the state, 989-752-6111. And we begin the hour talking to Alice in Saginaw. Alice, good morning to you.
Good morning. I have a comment and then a question about it.
Okay.
I want to say how much I enjoy the Sunday evening programming that you have, starting with Kareem Bowen with the United Gray, and then the Larry Rodardi show of Mi Gente, and then the Focus and the other programming that goes the rest of the evening.
Glad you enjoy it.
Really great, and I hope that you would do more of that kind of programming in the evening. I really like that. But I have one question. They keep, like they run the McKenzie program about the restaurant on North Michigan 3 or 4 times in the last month or month and a half. Why do they keep running the same shows over and over again?
I don't know. I will have to find out. I would assume, I'm going to assume, and that's a bad word, I know, but I'm going to assume that there have been a limited amount of new ones. But I will try and find out for you because I do not know the answer.
The same thing.
Oh, wait a minute.
Thank you.
It says here on my screen that Larry Rodarte is on vacation and out of the area, which would explain why there haven't been any new ones.
Well, then you're not the same one. Does the same thing. They've been running the same show 3 or 4 weeks in a row now.
I'm going to have to find out unless they're both on vacation. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll find out though.
Because I think it's a good addition to your lineup to have things like that, and then the ones that follow it that are not politically oriented.
I'm glad you like them.
I do. I really do. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Alice. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
And Carl is in Saginaw. Carl, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
Morning.
You were talking about abortion at the end of the last hour.
I wasn't, but somebody brought it up. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And he was saying that people are ashamed, of their stands. Well, I am pro-choice, and I'm not ashamed to say I'm pro-choice.
And that's what I told him. I think people that are pro-choice, they're not ashamed of it at all. They protest publicly. Yeah, exactly. I know that. I'm fully aware of that. I think he was trying to make a point, and he didn't use he failed. Yeah, failed to make a point using that particular type of verbiage. Absolutely.
Because it's just not true. Maybe in his circles, but out in the real world, there are plenty of people. In fact, the last thing I saw, about 70% of the country does not want Roe v. Wade overturned.
Something like that.
That doesn't mean they're pro-choice necessarily, but they don't want Roe v. Wade changed. The a large majority.
And I'm not sure the Supreme Court will. I think we're going to have to wait and find out. Because on the pro-choice side, I have never heard anybody say that they are in favor of more abortions. I've never heard anybody. Well, I'll tell you what got me, and my stand. I'm right to life, except in the case of of abortion, incest, or the life of the mother. But what got me the other day, and this goes, I don't know, a few weeks ago, I heard a woman interviewed, and she simply said, "Look, it's my choice to have kids or not have kids." And if I were in front of her, I would have asked her, "Is it not also your choice to have sex or not have sex?" Because this is my personal opinion now, I don't believe abortion should be used as birth control. And that's what she was saying.
Well, yes, maybe some people.
In other words, I can go out and have all the fun I want, and there's no consequences. I'll just have an abortion.
There are always going to be some people who abuse, whatever system we set up. And even if we make abortions illegal, there are still going to be abortions, So, just making it illegal does not, that problem is solved. We can check that off the list. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
And also of action last hour. I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago, University of Michigan was sued for their affirmative action.
Absolutely.
And what they had was a point system.
Right.
Where they would give points to different students for a whole range of things.
Yep.
Like if you spoke a foreign language, if you played an instrument, sports.
Your religion.
Things would give you points.
Yeah.
The UP, you could get points. And race was one of those things.
Race was.
A point or two.
Right.
It was. But that was the only thing that people ever objected to, was the race component. I never heard anybody call in to a radio station and say, this language, they're getting points for knowing a language. That's just out of the question.
No,
I
yeah.
never heard any.
Yeah.
There was always race.
No, because it's the easy topic. You know that.
Yes.
It's the easy topic. It's the easy one to focus on.
The U.S. Army uses affirmative action to train their officers to get more minorities into the officer corps. So, if the U.S. Army thinks it's a good idea, they're not exactly a bunch of liberals and, tree huggers.
No, but they don't use a point system. It is just a race system.
No, but they have a system
that I understand that.
Minorities, because they want minorities in leadership positions.
Yeah.
So that's affirmative action.
And they should be there.
Well, so I'm just saying
we have lots of affirmative action in the country, and the court has never ruled that affirmative action is unconstitutional. It's the method.
No, I don't think they have.
It's the method.
Do it in a fair, I guess,
But we tend to swing, as a country, we tend to swing like a pendulum, and it's always out at the far sides. For example, I'll give you an example, and don't misunderstand when I give this example, because I think it's fine. For decades on television, 99% of the commercial actors you saw were white. Now, if you watch, the pendulum has swung the other way. And a huge majority of the television actors and actresses in commercials are of color. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's the balance that we don't have.
Yeah, if you only watched commercials like today, you'd think whites were a small minority in this country.
Exactly, because it's swung the other way. And that's just the way we do things in this country, and it's always bugged me. We never find that balance. We never find that middle ground. Somehow we're going to have to end up there. I think somehow we're going to have to get there. So, and again, I don't have an issue with seeing minorities finally represented as they should be in the media. I think that's fine. But somehow, some way, we have to have everybody included. So, I don't know. Got to take a break, but Carl, thanks, as always. Appreciate it. We will take a pause. Jean is back with us. She called in at the end of the hour last hour. We weren't able to get to her, so we'll give her plenty of time after the break. But before we do that, it's time to play the WSGW Fall into Cash contest presented by Herman Hiss and Company, downtown Bay City. Right now, you can qualify to win the daily cash prize of $1,000 by entering the following word online at WSGW.com. The word this hour is loud. L-O-U-D. Just because you're loud doesn't make you right. This is an Alpha Media company-wide contest. You must be 18 or older to play. One winner chosen each day. Complete rules at WSGW.com. Fall into Cash contest presented by Herman Hiss and Company on WSGW. We will be back after these notes.
Hi, I'm Terry Rock. Are you happy with your Medicare? I am now, after I met the pros at Medicare Choices. Yes, you do have choices when it comes to Medicare coverage. No cookie cutter plan for me. You buy a pair of shoes if they fit. Get the right fit. A customized plan designed just you protect that hard-earned retirement income. Call 989-899-7820, MedicareChoicesInfo.com. We'll walk you through every step.
Attorney Joe Cordell. New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has guided men through the challenges of divorce. You're not alone. Call Cordell & Cordell.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Detroit area attorneys. Offices in Troy and Ann Arbor. CordellCordell.com.
God. Of life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now's the perfect time. Call today and receive 90 little blue or little yellow pills for only $119 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 800-990-6271 and we'll rush your order discreetly packaged to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-990-6271 for as little as only $119 for 90 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-990-6271 and ask a option, and we'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on the little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 800-990-6271 now. That's 800-990-6271.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Stocks opened lower. There's continuing concern about China's property developer Evergrande, though there are reports it will sell a stake in its property management unit for $5 billion. Tesla shares opened higher. Tesla says it has delivered a record number of electric cars in the summer than Wall Street expected. Johnson & Johnson is expected to ask federal regulators early this week to authorize a booster shot of its COVID-19 vaccine. If the FDA approves, J&J could market its vaccine as one shot followed by a booster 6 months later. And Volvo Cars is going public. The stock launch in Sweden could value the company at $25 billion. Volvo is owned by China's Geely. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
Is your current home loan the right fit for you? Your historic low rates may be, but when matched with an expertly chosen loan from Loan Depot, you could be saving money and paying more towards the bottom line. Call a Loan Depot loan officer and ask about our 27-year Smart Term loan or our 10-year ARM loan. Get a great rate matched with a great loan by calling 866-888-LOAN or visit LoanDepot.com. At Loan Depot, home means everything. Rates are subject to change. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDAC.
People remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio say, Liberty Mutual customizes my home insurance so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
There's a lot of confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID, with guidelines and regulations changing by the week. You need an accurate thermometer for your family to check for fever, the leading COVID. Only the Exocrine temporal scanner thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Non-contact thermometers have no scientific studies behind them and can miss the fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at Exocrine.com.
Michigan Wolverines football is back. The Maize and Blue kick off the new season on September 4th against Western Michigan at 11 a.m. on 790 News Radio WSGW.
And we are back with you here on WSGW, the Art Lewis Show on this Monday morning. And Gene is in Bay City. Gene, good morning. Gene, good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Okay. I want to talk about both sides of the coin on the abortion situation.
Okay.
Okay. Personally, I don't think the government has a right to tell a woman what to do with her body. On the other side of the coin, when I was young, I had a friend, male friend, that had a fiance, was engaged, and she was away at college. She called him up and told him she found out she was pregnant. So he told her, after I get out of work on Friday night, I'll come and pick you up and we will get married. So that Friday night when he went to pick her up, she told him that her father had found out, had come up there and made her have an abortion because he wanted her to stay in college. Now, my friend was devastated. You know, he told me it was so sad. He said, my child's floating in the, and it's very, very, very devastating to him. But this is the other side of this abortion situation. If abortion was against the law, a woman would have protection to make the choice to have her baby, regardless of what her father, her boyfriend, her husband wanted.
Except, let me give you an exception here and see what you think about this, Gene.
Okay.
If the Supreme Court were to, for example, reverse Roe v. Wade, it would revert to states. And what you would have is some states allowing abortion and some states not allowing abortion. So, yes, the woman would have a right to choose to keep a baby, which she has now. but she would also have the option of an abortion if she wanted to travel to a state that allowed abortion. It's the way it was before Roe v. Wade, and that's what it would revert to.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's the best system.
it's a very, very emotional issue.
Yes.
My very best friend, her father had wanted her mother to have an abortion, and her mother was very strong, and she was born, and she is the most wonderful, kindest, good-hearted person. I was really, really sick a couple years ago, and she was the one that came and took care of me and cooked meals and everything else under the sun. And, you know, you stop, she would have never been born. I would have never had that friend and would have never had all that help. When somebody aborts a child, nobody knows what the world is losing.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I view it as a life, but the court doesn't. And until they change that, nothing is going to change. And I don't know that they will change it, to be honest with you. You know, if the courts have ruled that life begins at birth, then the fetus has no rights, apparently.
That has any common sense.
Yeah.
This is my opinion.
Well, and mine too, and mine too.
I believe, you know, that at that instant, it's a person.
Well, you and I would agree.
At the exact second, it is a person, and I don't care about a heartbeat or whatever. But then, as I say on the other side of the coin, I don't like the government telling women what to do with their body. I don't like that either. So it's a very, very emotional.
Gotcha. And thus, here we are. You know, you brought it to the point. You know.
You know, I would wish women would have the strength and the moral character to really try and go through a pregnancy and have a child. The amount of abortions is what's so horrible right now.
Well, and listen,
I mean, it isn't just some real extreme reason like rape or something.
it's because they can't stay out of bed. You know, and you know, listen, it's not just a choice on abortion. You have a choice to have sex. You know, how about that choice? You know, use that choice rather than take a life. You know, but listen, I'm blowing smoke in the wind here because we're all living under what the court says it is, and till that changes, nothing's going to change.
Well,
So
I have to point this out.
Real quick.
I think I'm right on this. The Arab people, the Muslims. Now, when a couple is caught in adultery, the man is 100. This is their belief. The man is innocent, and the woman is 100% guilty because she tempted him.
yeah, well, that's for another day. But Gene, I appreciate the call.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye now. And Paul is in Saginaw before we take another break. Paul, good morning.
Morning, Art. I got two issues. As far as one of your previous callers who called in and said that the whole country is overwhelmingly for abortion by 70%, I got news for him. Back in the 80s, two states voted on abortion, North Dakota and Michigan. North Dakota voted by 4-1. Michigan voted it down by 2-1. Then Michigan had another vote 4 or 5 years ago on abortion and voted it down by 52%. So he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Whoa. I'm not letting you get away with that because there have been national polls that do show 70%, that do show high percentages.
A poll isn't a vote, Art.
Well, okay, good. Then you want it to be semantics, fine. But don't accuse him of being wrong because he quoted something that was factual.
And the people are voting for abortion, politicians who are vote for abortion.
Yeah, of course.
But here's the other issue I'm calling about. Just yesterday, last night, Sunday night, I was watching a local church TV station at 8:30, and it was reported on that program that the new head chaplain that was just hired at Harvard University is a declared atheist, and he will be counseling both faculty and staff. And we know that is one of the most richest premier universities in the country. And this guy is an associate chaplain. He's the head chaplain.
Yep. Oh, well.
Think about that.
Yep. Again, believers and non-believers.
Right.
That's why it's
I thought
faith.
you were going to say, so what?
Nope. Everybody comes to their own conclusions.
Would you want your student counseled by an atheist, or would you want your student counseled by someone who has biblical values?
I would want mine counseled by someone who understands all religions and teaches accordingly,
Right.
including atheism.
Well,
Because you have to have an understanding of it. So, hey, I got to run. I got to take a break here. All right, Paul. Have a good one. Bye-bye now. Line's open for you. Give us a call here on the Art Lewis Show. We'll be back.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Hartel Heating Company helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Hartel Heating Company to hear more about how we can help you feel healthier and happier in your home. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 989-892-6111 or visit us online at hartelheating.com. License number 71-03370.
Better seeds for generations. Each year, Rank invests tens of millions of dollars to support DNA-level breeding and new trait development. This dedication to research has resulted in numerous insect-resistant, herbicide, and drought-tolerant traits in our lineup. Rank Seed utilizes the latest technologies, including robotics and color sorters, to ensure the highest germination and the best quality of seed, tirelessly striving to better serve our farmers. From research to results, Rank Seed is rooted in technology.
Did you get all the stimulus money for you? Do you have children and didn't know you could receive monthly child tax credit payments? You can claim your monthly child tax credit payments and missing stimulus payments, even if you don't file a traditional tax return. Visit ssa.gov/EIP to learn how you can apply online. Get the money your family deserves. Visit ssa.gov/EIP. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
For eligibility, Oregon or West Virginia, results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
How are your hearing aids sounding now?
A little tinny.
Okay, 2 seconds.
With hearing aids from Lively, everything is done remotely in the comfort of your home, from initial testing to adjustments.
How are they sounding now?
Fantastic. So much better. With Lively, you get premium Bluetooth-enabled hearing aids at thousands less than you might expect. The best hearing aid technology is now affordable and convenient. Your hearing aids are sent right to your door. And if you have any issues, we'll make adjustments 7 days a week. No charge.
Ah, you people at Lively are wonderful.
With Lively hearing aid, 3 years of follow-up care included free, plus a 3-year warranty with loss and damage coverage. You can't lose.
I hear better than I ever thought possible.
Now get $100 off your hearing aids when you go to listenlively.com/radio. That's listenlively.com/radio. listenlively.com/radio.
Liberty presents.
And Doug.
Don't you just love the smell of old books?
Shh, this is a library.
Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction.
He really does devour literature.
Please leave.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
If you've got a small business, you know there's nothing more valuable than your time. So why waste it at the post office? Stamps.com makes it easy to mail and ship right. Special equipment required. Whether you're an office sending invoices, a side hustle Etsy shop, or a full-blown warehouse shipping out orders, Stamps.com will make your life easier. You'll even get exclusive discounts on postage and shipping from USPS and UPS. And their new Rate Advisor tool lets you compare shipping rates across carriers so you always find the best option. Save time and money with Stamps.com. There's no risk, and when you go to Stamps.com and use offer code FOCUS, you'll receive a 4-week free trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com. Click on the microphone code FOCUS. That's Stamps.com, promo code FOCUS. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
You're in the Stone Specialist Studios. This is 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.
And we're back here on the Art Lewis Show on WSGW. Bill is in Reese. He's up next. Bill, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
Morning.
A little bit of another idea on this abortion issue. First of all, people have a choice, and they don't have to get pregnant. I agree with that. But what about the child? I was an adopted child. I could have been an abortion. But I was given to a family that loved me and raised me. But yet nobody, all these crazy people jump up and down, well, I got to have an abortion. Really? What about my right as a human being to maybe be given to a family that would love me?
Well, that's the problem. You don't have that right. The court says that you don't exist until you're born. And consequently,
I was given a choice to be born.
Well, no, you weren't. And the court doesn't allow it. And that's the problem, isn't it?
Well, I don't understand. There was a woman a few months ago that was a public figure, a national figure, and this moron jumped up and down and said, well, I've never had an abortion, but I think I'll go get pregnant just so I can have one.
Yeah.
Really?
Isn't that dumb? Isn't that stupid? And that's why the other day when I said that the gal I heard the other day, saying I should have the right to get an abortion anytime I want. Well, you should also have the right to stay out of bed, and it just curls the hairs on my neck. So what can I tell you? You and I are in agreement, I guess. You there, Bill? Oop. Bill just dropped off. All right. Zeke is in Saginaw. Zeke, good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well.
If one was at a Midland chemical company there a long time ago, they would think that the only people that exist in this world are gay, transsexual, a lot of other terms I don't understand, Black and Hispanic, but not white, not male. And it's interesting, that change seems to have occurred with the new CEO, who I believe has one of those traits. I think he's gone public with it.
Yep.
But here's my question for America. Where we celebrate heterosexual day? Because if everyone in the world was a homosexual, the population would go away. They truly stuck to their homosexualism.
Well, you listen, Zeke. You're smart enough to know that that this is simply a reaction to the way the world was. You didn't need a heterosexual day because that's what everybody was theoretically. The reality was those that weren't were left in the shadows. So the pendulum has swung way the other way now. And that's just the way we are as a country.
I agree with you. It is the pendulum swinging. And I think that is the point. I know that's the point I'm trying to make, is it's gotten to the point where it swung, where you just might see it swing the other way someday. Maybe it's 10, 20 years from now.
Doubt that.
All the heterosexuals are saying, we need a day for us.
Doubt that.
That is the thing about homo is this is a fact. If everyone in the world was homosexual, the human race would go disappear.
Yeah, wouldn't exist.
All the homos would disappear too. It's just a fact.
Well, it's first of all, the gay population today is an accepted population, and while what you say is absolutely true, you can't procreate. The fact is, it is not going to change And it may be that we will eventually find that bottom point of the pendulum where we all can live together and let people do what they want to do. And I don't have a problem with that.
I agree with you.
All right,
I agree. I don't-
Zeke, got to run. I'm up against the clock
Yeah,
here.
thanks for letting me on. Bye.
No, I'm glad you did. Thanks. Bye-bye now. All right, we're going to take a break. Come back. We'll get to Sandra in Hampton Township when we return.
Hi, this is Mary Ann from Warden Interiors in Frankenmuth. It's time to warm up your home, and we don't mean the temperature. We're talking about making your home more inviting all year round with upgrades like window treatments, quartz or laminate countertops, luxury vinyl flooring, carpeting, and much more. We handle the best brands like Mohawk, Shaw, Hunter Douglas window treatments, Harndine, Armstrong, and so many more. To put it all together, our experienced design team at Warden Interiors will help you find just the right look, catering to your personal taste for unique designs that will warm your home in any season. And our master installers make sure all the work is done right. See more at Warden Interiors, Main Street, to see all we can do to make your home shine this fall and every season afterwards. Warden Interiors on North Main Street in Frankenmuth will help you bring it all together.
So the dream was to build your very own law practice. Be your own boss, call all the shots. But have things like billing, HR, timekeeping, and all the other management stuff turned your dream into a nightmare? Take charge of your practice with Lexicon. We're the intersection of practice management software and legal support services for your firm. You'll get more billable and livable hours back. Lexicon marks the spot for all your practice management. LexiconServices.com/intersection to get the whole story or schedule a demo.
If you're worried about your borderline blood pressure, hear how others are taking charge with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula.
Garlic works safely and naturally to support my blood pressure.
Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula has a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals, so you know it works.
No garlic taste, no garlic breath.
Take charge of your blood pressure with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was...
I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine Pancreatic Insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Michigan Wolverines football is on WSGW.
Back to McNamara. Throwing deep. He's got Johnson in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. 34 yards. Throws. Ball is intercepted. Dax Hill. And in 2 snaps that Wisconsin have run, 2 turnovers.
Michigan earned an impressive win at Wisconsin to improve to 5-0. It doesn't get easier for the Wolverines, however, as they visit a dangerous Nebraska Cornhusker team this Saturday night with coverage starting at 6:30 p.m. on 790 News Radio WSGW. Kickoff is at 7:30. Michigan football is brought to you by Schaefer Beer Line, Ram Truck in Frankenmuth, Medicare Choices of Saginaw, Forward Energy, Lingo Equipment Company in Saginaw, Wolf Isles Ace Hardware in Saginaw, and Big E Sports Grill. It's Michigan at Nebraska, live this Saturday night at 6:30 on 790 News Radio WSGW.
Michigan is on WSGW.
And we're back with you on the Art Lewis Show. We'll go back to our phones, and Sandra's in Hampton Township. Sandra, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
Morning.
I don't know exactly how to say this, so please bear with me. My heart aches because we are in this position that there are some women who are fighting for the right to kill their baby. they can't see beyond themselves, that there's another human being that has been created and should have the right to be born, to stop to think about that. But they also need to think, first of all, they need to figure out, why are they putting themselves in such a predicament that they feel they have to have an abortion? I mean, there are other options out there. Like the gentleman said earlier, adoption. There's many people who want to have a baby. And if a woman chooses to have sex, she needs to protect herself. And if she isn't smart enough to do that and she finds she's pregnant, she needs to give that poor baby a chance for life.
Amen. I agree with you. I agree with you. Unfortunately, a lot of women don't, and they're selfish. I look at it as a selfish act. You want to play, but you don't want to pay. And by pay, I mean bring that child up into the world and give that child a good life and all of that. I find it abhorrent. But again, I'm one voice.
Girl, why they need to play so much? You know,
That's human nature. That's human nature. You know, that's human nature.
That's right. There's a lot of sin in the world, and we're broken people, but we need to follow in God's ways. We need to do the best that we can do.
Well, I agree, but it's interesting how some people interpret God's ways. I'm going to get a little political here. Nancy Pelosi, a while back, several months ago, leaving a press conference, was asked why she hated Donald Trump. And her answer was, I don't hate anybody. I was brought up a good Catholic. I was taught not to hate. To which I would have immediately said, well, then how come you're not right to life rather than pro-choice? Because the last I looked, the Catholic Church doesn't teach pro-choice. So we tend to lose, we tend to use the parts of religion we want to use and disregard the parts we don't want to use.
That is true, and we all need to do some deep thinking and reevaluate our lives and the choices that we make. But again, getting back to these women, they need to figure out what's missing in their lives and themselves internally, that they're putting themselves in that position.
Nothing's missing. That's the problem. They don't want anything to be missing. They don't want to sacrifice.
But they are missing something. There is the reason why a woman will go out and have sex without being in a loving, committed relationship.
Well, there's what's the reason as you understand it? They don't understand it the same way you do, and it's unfortunate, but it's also reality today, unfortunately.
That doesn't change the fact that there's a reason these women do not think.
No, I'm sure
their moral character and their value system, that they think sex is fun.
Well, you know, if we could figure out how to change people's value systems, maybe the world would be a better place. Maybe not. But the reality is everybody has their own value system. And while you and I may not agree with it, it's theirs. And technically, and when you look at the country, remember this, the country, poll after poll, shows that we are moving away from organized religion, for example, and belief in God. The value systems of the country are not what they used to be. And so why are we surprised?
We need to change that.
Well, how?
We need to change that. We need to show more love for one another. We need to let these people
I understand.
We need to have better values. We need.
Yeah, those are all needs. I didn't ask you needs. I asked you, how do you do it? We know what the needs are.
Well, how you do it? I guess you talk to people, you listen to people, you I don't know. I don't know. I just
Well,
pray that
see, there's the problem. And I will tell you this, government can't do it.
no, government cannot do it. And I think it's people need to be awakened to the state of the value system and how it is changing, and it needs to, that pendulum needs to swing back to where people have more values and love one another and are more responsible for their choices. Yes, life is meant to be fun, but the right kind of fun.
Yep.
And
Well,
have to be put into context.
you and I agree, but I'm not hopeful. So we'll have to leave it there because I'm out of time. But I fully agree with you, and unfortunately, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Real quick.
One more thing. If you have more people like me and some of the earlier people speaking up, and others are hearing this on your radio station, that might plant a seed of hope.
Maybe it would, but also remember that those who are opposed also have the right to speak. So it's a two-way street when it comes to that. All right. Listen, Sandra, I really appreciate your call. Thank you. Do it again. And we'll talk to you down the road. We're going to take our last break and then be back to close out this edition of the Art Lewis Show.
At Midland Furniture Garage, personal service and great design is everywhere and within all budgets. Our premium style, high quality furniture can be customized for maximum comfort. Discover our recliners, window treatments, sofas, and more by Stressless, Norwalk, Hunter Douglas, and others. Come into Midland Furniture Garage, Midland, and see what's possible for yourself. Midland Furniture Garage, 34 Ashman Circle in Midland, and online at midlandfurnituregarage.com.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Companies. If you thought you missed your chance to refinance and save, think again. Mortgage rates have recently dropped below 3%, and Rocket Mortgage can help you save big. You could lower your monthly payment and prepare yourself for a better financial future. But you've got to act now. Call us today at 833-8-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rocket. Conditions apply. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
If you've got a small business, you know there's nothing more valuable than your time. So why waste it at the post office? Stamps.com makes it easy to mail and ship right from your computer. No special equipment required. Whether you're an office sending invoices, a side hustle Etsy shop, or a full-blown warehouse shipping out orders, Stamps.com will make. You'll even get exclusive discounts on postage and shipping from U.S. And their new Rate Advisor tool lets you compare shipping rates across carriers so you always find the best option. Save time and money with Stamps.com. There's no risk, and when you go to Stamps.com and use offer code FOCUS, you'll receive a 4-week free trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com. Click on the microphone at the top and enter code FOCUS. That's Stamps.com, promo code FOCUS. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
Caught by Casey Williams into the end zone. Touchdown, Saginaw Valley. After falling short in the back. LSU Cardinals hope to regain their winning ways this Saturday evening when they visit Texas A&M Commerce at 4:30 p.m. on 100.5 News Radio WSGW. SVSU football is brought to you by Zach Schmid, your Edward Jones financial advisor, Forward Energy, United Financial Credit Union, and Medical Choices of Saginaw.
Saginaw Valley State University football is on WSGW.
All right, that's a wrap for the Art Lewis Show for this Monday. Great discussion. Glad you all participated and listened. And we'll be back to do more tomorrow. Actually, I take that back. I won't tomorrow. I'll be emceeing the Saginaw Fire Department Awards ceremony tomorrow. Someone else will be sitting in for me. I'll be back with you on Wednesday. Stick around now because coming up is CBS News with the World and National Report. The local report brings you up to date on what's happening in our area and in the state of Michigan. Then we're going to be back with Focus. Today we focus on the SVRC Marketplace. All ahead. Talk to you after the news.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Facet Wealth.
I'm Steve Kathan. An energy company's pipeline's been shut down off the Southern California coast, but the damage has been done. CBS's Lilia Luciano's in Huntington Beach with the latest spill from an apparent leak that could keep some beaches closed for months.
Officials have deployed more than 2,000 feet of protective booms and skimming equipment to try to slow the spread of the oil and prevent any further damage to sensitive marshlands.
So this is one of the most important stretches of coastline along Orange County and possibly in all of Southern California.
Victor Leipzig, Conservation Director of the Sea and Sage Audubon Society, says the disaster comes at a critical time as several different species of seabirds migrate to the area for the winter.
How many birds or other wildlife are going to be impacted? What impact it's going to have on vegetation in the marshes is still yet to be seen.
Well, now to Washington, where the U.S. Supreme Court has opened its new term.
We will hear argument first this morning in original case Mississippi against Tennessee.
That's a fight over an aquifer. Arguments are being heard in person. They were virtual last term. Major cases due to be dealt with center on abortion, gun control, and religion. Jeff Bezos' space company, Blue Origin, confirmed this morning that the man who played Star Trek's Captain Kirk on TV is bound for space on a mission next week. 90-year-old William Shatner would be the oldest person in space. The New York Times reports Johnson & Johnson's poised to ask the government this week for approval of its COVID-19 vaccine booster shot. CBS's Dr. David Agus says it'll meet an emerging need as the pandemic drags on.
A booster will give you protection against most breakthroughs, and it's your option, but I do think if you're higher risk, if you're over 60, you definitely want to be protected. It's just not worth that risk.
Right now, Pfizer boosters have been approved for those over 65. New York City's vaccine mandate for school teachers is now in is president of the American Federation of Teachers.
97% of them here have been vaccinated. They know that that is the single most important way to stay in school.
Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer warning lawmakers to act this week on a bill to raise the debt ceiling. It's been blocked by Republicans before. CBS's Vicky Barker says a Swedish cartoonist who lampooned the Prophet Muhammad has died in a car crash.
Lars Vilks was reportedly traveling in a civilian police vehicle which collided with a truck. The 75-year-old had been living under police protection since 2007 after getting death threats over his cartoon.
Checking Wall Street right now, the Dow's down 376. This is CBS News.
Facet Wealth, personalized and affordable financial planning for everyday Americans. No wealth or asset minimums. Quality financial advice for every stage of your life.
Goodbye, summer. Hello, fall. Yes, it is that time of year again to think about months ahead. Reamer Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning would like to take a moment to remind homeowners to schedule a fall heating system checkup before it gets too cold. A complete heating system check is more than just a quick look. A complete system check involves the right kind of testing equipment and tools and the experience and knowledge to perform the tests. You can rely on the professionals at Reamer for a complete system clean and check. Fall is also a good time to have your sump pump checked and replaced if it's over 4 years old. With all the crazy rainstorms and power outages we're experiencing, a battery or water-powered backup pump is also a good idea. Call the professionals at Reamer Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning today to schedule a heating system tune-up and sump pump check. Don't wait until it's too late. Winter is just around the corner. Find Reamer on their website, reamerplumbing.com, or call 792-8738.
Any way you spell it, Reamer means quality.
In a world that's a little simpler comes the tale of Veltima fungi. Simple and secure, it's a corn-growing story without all the drama. Unless you add totally epic music, really random sound effects, and a cool announcer guy. Get ready for the blockbuster yields of the summer with Veltima fungicide from BASF. Coming soon to a field near you. Always read and follow label directions.
Save today on your next project with 11% off everything now at Menards. Dutch Boy Platinum Plus Paint and Primer in 1 features stain shield technology, providing up to 50% more stain resistance and washability. Save today with 11% off all Dutch Boy interior paint. Get 11% off everything right now at Menards. Good through Saturday, October 9th. Savings are a mail-in rebate. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
Cloudy skies, rain, and 64 degrees at 11:05. Good morning, I'm Mike Burchett. Police in Saginaw are investigating 2 shootings that occurred within the city on Sunday. The first took place in the 1100 block of Lamson Street around 9:05 a.m. The victim was taken to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Later in the day, around 6:10 p.m., police were dispatched to the 2100 block of Burroughs Street for a report of another shooting. Police found 22-year-old Xavier Claudio dead at the scene. There's currently no other case. Anyone with information about the shootings is asked to call the Saginaw Major Case Unit at 989-759-1289 or Crime Stoppers for an anonymous tips at 1-800-422-JAIL. A Bangor Township fire sergeant is taking on a new role in Essexville. Don Middleton has accepted the chief's position at the Essexville Fire Department. Middleton has around 43 years' experience with Bangor Township. He has served as a firefighter, command officer, instructor, and technical rescue team member. Chief Middleton has also served as a community corrections officer, dive and marine patrol team member with the Bay County Sheriff's Department. The Mid-Michigan Medical Center of Midland employee has received a prestigious award for her work over the past 3 decades. Patient Relations Manager Robin Nelson was recognized with the Terrence F. Moore Award, formerly known award. To be eligible, employees must possess 10 years or more of service and exhibit compassion and concern for people, loyalty, dedication, cooperation, and a willingness to help others, have earned the respect and admiration of others, demonstrate a positive attitude, and have made meaningful contribution to others through their own performance. Nelson began with the hospital in 1989 as a medical social worker. She became the patient relations manager in 1995. WSGW News Time 11:07.
You can't be in farming without taking risks. That's common knowledge. But that doesn't mean you should throw caution to the wind. And when it comes to new technology, farmers always look before they leap. And for the past 3 years, farmers have looked at the Enlist weed control system, and they have leapt. Now it's your turn. Millions and millions of acres have proven the effectiveness of Enlist herbicide's superior technology. More tank mix options, near zero volatility, and much, much more. But to unlock all these advantages, you must start with Enlist E3 soybeans. See what a better seed and herbicide system can bring to your fields at enlist.com. You've looked. Now leap.
WSGW News Time, 11:08. The weather forecast is coming up next. Stars Bus Service in Saginaw is proud to announce they've partnered with Molina Healthcare and Hidden Harvest to provide 200-wheeled grocery carts to make grocery shopping easier and safer. Molina Healthcare will present a check to Stars to support the effort tomorrow around 11:45 a.m. in the Stars Plaza at 615 Johnson Street. With the help of community volunteers, Hidden Harvest will be filling each cart with food and community resources. Meyer has also donated gift cards for distribution. Recipients of the grocery carts have been identified as by Stars staff and community partners with this distribution on Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Individuals that would use a grocery cart on Stars services should email their name, phone number, and address to j-stars.com. Used car prices have been rising so fast and the monthly payments are getting close to those of new vehicles. Autobeat reporter Jeff Gilbert has this report.
The average used car payment now topping $500, on average 18% less than a new vehicle. That's the smallest gap that Edmunds.com analyst Jessica Coldwell has ever seen.
Consumers are just trying to find a car, period, new or used, and prices are extremely high on either measure.
The average monthly payments for a new vehicle now above $600. Used car prices did moderate a bit in the summer. Edmunds expects them to keep rising at the end of the year. Jeff Gilbert, the Michigan News Network.
When you see news happening, call the WSGW newsroom at 752-0790. It is 11:10. I'm Mike Percha.
Here's your WSGW Weatherology Forecast. We'll see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms here for today with cloudy sky conditions and a high into winds out of the northeast around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies and a low near 58. Tuesday, partial sunshine develops, a high of 71 degrees. Then by Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, a high around 73. Thursday, a chance for rain showers, cloudy, high of 75. Then by Friday, another chance for some rain showers, cloudy sky conditions, and high around 73. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with the WSGW Weatherology Forecast. Currently, it's 65.
Now, it's time to focus as WSGW presents the people, the places, the businesses, the culture, the area events and activities, all put into focus on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
And a good morning. Welcome to another edition of Focus here on WSGW. And today we focus on the SVRC Downtown Marketplace in downtown Saginaw. And with us is the market manager. We say good morning to Rachel Trumbull. Rachel, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
I was at the Farmers Market Harvest Days 2 weekends ago. So I took the opportunity to walk through the SVRC Marketplace when it opened. I am amazed at how much food you have in there.
Yes, lots of good, delicious food.
Oh, lots of it. I was pretty surprised at how much there was, really. And it's looking pretty good in there. How are we doing?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're doing really, really well. I'm very proud to say that we have all of our spaces full. We have a full market. If you are walking in and you see that some spaces are not up and running yet, it's because we're still waiting on some of the licensing to happen. That process can take a while. So that's kind of what's happening with that. But other than that, we are full to the max, and we have a waiting list, and I get inquiries daily. So I'm very, very happy and proud to say that we are doing very, very well.
So let's talk about some of the businesses that are coming in, waiting for those licenses. What can we expect in the future?
So we have Creole Queens. She is straight from Louisiana, and she's going to be bringing gumbo to. I know. And she just has this amazing energy, amazing accent. She's straight from Louisiana, so she's bringing that flair and that piece into the marketplace just to add to the global flavors that we already have inside the market. So she's going to be a great addition. We also have a new jewelry place that just recently opened. It's Bling and Jewels, and she and her fiance they're just an amazing couple. And if you have to see her space, she's got not only just jewelry, but jumpsuits and all these kinds of different things that she's selling. And she's just so fun and excited to be a part of our family. And then we have Cobb King coming. So we've had Cobb King here before as an outdoor vendor, and we are proud to say that he has officially decided to start his small business or get it up and rolling inside the marketplace. So we have him coming, hopefully opening up next month as well.
And what is he?
He does the corn that you like the street corn.
Yes.
Corn. Oh yeah. So he's got hot corn, and he dips it in beautiful colors. So it's just bright. It's beautiful. But he also has fruit cups, and he is going to be offering other things and adding things to his menu when he's inside the marketplace. So he's just very different, unique. He's a business that's been in Saginaw for quite a few years, actually, but never had like an actual home. So we are proud to supply him with that actual home and have him inside the marketplace.
Any idea how long before all these businesses are open?
Hopefully within a month's time. Hopefully, they're waiting on their food licensing piece, which again can take a period of time. And with COVID and everything happening, the health department has been backed up as far as food licensing. However, we work with Steve Ellis. He's great, so he tries to do it. As long as you give him what he needs, then he is going to give us what he needs. So hopefully within the next month, and we'll make it a big announcement when those places become open.
So a couple of those join your other food courts. How many food places are inside the marketplace now?
So I have a total of 34 small businesses that house on our first floor. And out of the 34, I believe I have about 18 to 21 of those are food businesses. So, we do have quite a few food businesses. But one thing I love and I get based on is that, again, we have global flavors, meaning you don't have to travel the world. You can just come to the marketplace and try, Vietnamese food from Saigon Sandwich. And we have Mediterranean from Falafel Hut. Now we'll have, Creole Queens will be bringing some Louisiana flair. And so we have those. And of course we have our American favorites, Make and Bacon, Divine Taste of Chicago, Honey's Taste of Potatoes. We have delicious sweets. And we have delicious sweets who makes those. We have Craven Cookies, Rebecca's Bakery. We have Gourmet Apple Cart. So we just have such a great variety where it's not necessarily the same thing you're going to see at the same place.
Yeah.
So that's what makes us so unique.
All right, hang on. We'll talk about the other businesses when we come back. We're talking to Rachel Trumbull. She is the market manager for the SVRC Marketplace in downtown Saginaw. And let me take a moment here to see if we can give away some money. Time to play the WSGW Fall into Cash, presented by Herman Hiss and Company in downtown Bay City. Right now, you can qualify to win the daily cash prize of $1,000 by entering the following word online at WSGW.com. The word this hour is wedding, WEDDING. I hope you have a beautiful wedding. Don't forget, it is an Alpha Media company-wide contest. Must be 18 or older to play. One winner chosen each day. Complete rules at WSGW.com. Fall into Cash contest presented by Herman Hiss and Company on WSGW. We'll be back with more after these notes.
For almost 20 years, Line-X has been the only place to go for quality spray-on bed liner. But did you know they also offer rust-proofing and undercoating?
Their exclusive process will keep your new or used vehicle protected.
The guys at Line-X have the only wax-based rust-proofing and military-spec undercoat to ensure years of protection.
In fact, all new vehicles protected will get a lifetime warranty, no yearly touch-ups required.
And because their rust-proofing process is wax-based, you won't have any long-term later. Rust-proof your car, truck, or SUV and protect it year-round.
Line-X is located on Wilder Road in Bay City.
Give them a call at 989-671-9820 or call them at their Grand Blanc location, 810-695-9000.
Remember, your new car, truck, or SUV gets a lifetime warranty with no yearly touch-up required.
Again, the number in Bay City is 989-671-9820 or in Grand Blanc, 810-695-9000.
While you're comfortable inside your home or business, the weather takes a toll on your roof. Wind, rain, hail, UV rays, and the heat of the sun cause premature failure of your shingles. Everyone loves to save money. If you have an aging roof, don't spend a lot of money on replacement. Get a Roof Max shingle treatment and get some peace of mind. Get more life for less money. Guaranteed with Roof Max, a powerful fusion of science and nature. Call Ben today at 859-6751.
Have you recently tested positive for COVID-19? For monoclonal antibody therapy, a treatment which could reduce your risk of hospitalization and death. If you are in a high-risk group and have had symptoms for less than 10 days, talk to your healthcare provider about this no-cost treatment. To learn more about COVID-19 antibody therapy, go to michigan.gov/COVID therapy. Sponsored by the Services and the Michigan Association of Broadcasters.
Spectrum Business knows small businesses are always looking to cut expenses. That's why we offer the best value on fast internet and phone. But we wanted to do more. So, how does 1 month free sound? Get 200 megabit per second internet for $49.99 a month and business $9 a month. And right now, you can get 1 month of internet and phone and even TV for free. Call 855-258-5887 and switch to Spectrum Business. Restrictions apply.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter. That's AUDACY.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.
And we're back with you on Focus, talking to Rachel Trumbull, the market manager at the SVRC Marketplace in downtown Saginaw. So we talked about food quite a bit, so let's not slight the other businesses that are in there. Tell us about some of your other mainline businesses inside the marketplace.
Yeah, so we have quite a few retail businesses as well, which I'm pretty proud of. Really trying to not food, but also for, making it a one-stop shopping experience. So we have, if you need flowers, we have Flowers by Romans. They do a really, really great job. Fall is coming up. Get some fall flowers. And then we also have Purple Sage Bead Store. We have Little Yarn Shop. They've been with us since day one, and they do phenomenal business. They are some business suites, so they have bigger space. Serene and those nature people, they sell rocks, beautiful crystals and oils and things like that. And we also have clothing. We have True Millennium Gear, so he offers, the most up-to-date clothing, very cool stuff. We have Chris made it. She makes phenomenal cups. If you have not seen her cups, she personalizes them. So, if you need a holiday gift, she's perfect to come down to. We have Asia's Wigs and Apparel. She sells apparel, but she sells beautiful wigs, and she's actually one of our busiest vendors, and some really beautiful eyelashes as well. We have Source Point Press. They are our comic guys. They just and they design all of their games in comics, and they sell them right up front. And we have Novelty Tees. She does T-shirts, so she can create whatever you'd like on a T-shirt. And yeah, we just have so many great different things for people to try. And again, make it a one-stop shopping experience.
All right, so let's talk about hours.
We're open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we are open with the farmers market on Wednesday and Friday, of course. And the farmers market will be open for this is the end of the month, right? So they're open Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Saturday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And so ours are going to stay the same Wednesday through Saturday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. throughout the entire year.
And I ask this question every time. Any chance the market will expand its hours at some point in time?
At this point in time, no. We definitely same kind of response. We need that community support. We are thankful for the community support that we've had, especially since COVID and since we were, shut down and only doing curbside. We're very thankful for the community support that we've had. We've had events. We have some events coming up, and the community is really showing up to those, so we do appreciate that. And once we realize and feel like, the community is ready for us to take on more days, then that might be a possibility. But as of right now, it's a no. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. No, I just keep asking. Eventually, I'll get an answer.
You're hoping for it. I know. I love it. I would love to, but again, just need that community response.
Yeah, let me ask this too. You mentioned events and things. I know there is rental space at the SVRC building. Tell us about the rental space.
So we have private spaces that you can rent for private events. So baby showers. We've had quite a few quinceañeras. We've had weddings. We've had all different types, birthday parties, 1-year-olds, 16-year-olds. And we have two different spaces typically that we rent out. We have a beautiful ballroom that's located on our second floor, a little over 7,000 square feet. And we have our press room that's located in our lower level that's a little over 1,200 square feet. So it really accommodates and a smaller party. And based on elegance as well, our ballroom is just beautiful. So I've seen some really beautiful things happen in that space.
And do they contact you for those rentals?
Yes, absolutely. They can contact me at 989-770-0233, or you can look on our Facebook page. My email's on there. My phone number's on there. It's kind of blasted everywhere. So you can definitely contact me for those.
Rachel, I want to thank you as always for spending a little time with us, and we'll do it again.
Thank you. And if I can do a quick event shout out.
Absolutely.
This weekend, SVRC Industries is putting on a fundraiser, and first prize is $500. So it's a pretty big deal. It's going to be a die-hard tournament, but we are going to have music. We are going to have adult beverages that are going to be available. And we have Andy Dalton, the Crush Tones, and we have a DJ coming. We have food trucks, Rapping and Rollings coming, and possibly Cobb King. But it's from 3 to 9. And if you love cornhole, this is for you. You can register that day, or you can go on SVRC Industries Facebook event page and register there. So please come out and support.
And they're popular.
You can come watch.
Popular these days. All right, Rachel. Appreciate you being with us.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
As always, take care. Bye-bye now. All right, and that'll wrap up Focus for today, brought to you by RoofMax, an affordable alternative to expensive asphalt shingle roof replacement. Find out about RoofMax online at roofmax.com or call Ben at 859-6751. That's a 989-859-6751. RoofMax with 2 X's.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
The pandemic's reminded us we live in a sea of airborne germs that can assault us with every breath. Your nose is the body's first line of defense by helping filter out allergens, bacteria, and viruses before they reach your lungs. So how do you clean your nose? Navage uses powered suction to flush out mucus and germs that can make you sick. Over 2 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier without drugs. Go to Navage.com or find Navage at Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target.
Tired of living paycheck to paycheck? What if it didn't take years or even months to dramatically improve your net worth? What if you could do it virtually overnight? I'm not talking about the lottery. I'm talking about proven financial secrets used by the mega rich to build their massive fortunes. Once only available to an exclusive club of billionaires, this secret is now, for the very first time, available to you. Any ordinary person can use this powerful information to build massive wealth. Financial wormhole, something that moves you from one side of the universe to the other in the blink of an eye. But in this case, it's moving you from barely paying your bills to financial freedom in a snap. Learn more at financialwormholes.com. Get off the paycheck to paycheck hamster wheel and start enjoying life like the mega rich. Go to financialwormholes.com. It costs you nothing, but it changes everything. Do it today and start living the good life. financialwormholes.com. That's financialwormholes.com.
If you've got a small business, you know there's nothing more valuable than your time. So why waste it at the post office? Stamps.com makes it easy to mail and ship right from your computer. No special equipment required. Whether you're an office sending invoices, a side hustle Etsy shop, or a full-blown warehouse shipping out orders, Stamps.com will make your life easier. You'll even get exclusive discounts on postage and shipping from USPS and UPS. And they're new to compare shipping rates across carriers so you always find the best option. Save time and money with Stamps.com. There's no risk, and when you go to Stamps.com and use offer code FOCUS, you'll receive a 4-week free trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com. Click on the microphone at the top and enter code FOCUS. That's Stamps.com, promo code FOCUS. Ever go to the post office again?
On the next Markley Van Camp and Robbins show, the top 5 Biden accomplishments. A 10-second show on Monday.
Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins. Weekdays at noon on 100.5 and 790. News Radio WSGW.
All right, and that'll do it for Focus. We will be back with you on, I'll be back Wednesday. Someone will be here tomorrow. In the meantime, let's over to Baird and Company for our ticket tip of the day, and that's where we find Steve Anderson. Steve, good morning.
And a very good morning to you, sir.
How are we
And
beginning the week?
morning for sure.
Yeah, is it wet on the markets or is it a good market?
No, it's wet on the markets too. Dow Jones Industrial Average right now is down 416 points, putting it at 33,907, volume 325 million shares. NASDAQ is down 324, putting it at 14,242, volume is 5 million shares.
And your ticker tip for the day.
When we start going through time periods like this, it seems like all you hear about is down. It's down, it's down, it's down, it's down. And that can kind of start wearing on your investment psyche. But when you stop and think about it, even with us down the amount that we are today, we're down 2,000 points from the all-time high. 2,000 sounds like a lot, but when you're putting it on 35,000, not that much. We're down 6-7%. Those happen all the time. They happen regularly. Generally speaking, during the year, there'll be at least one decline of about 15%. Yet the markets seem to keep going higher. I remember talking to you, Art, marveling at the fact that the market was at 19,000.
Yeah.
And said, "Oh, I can't believe it's here." I said, "Well, somebody was saying it's going to 25,000. Well, he was wrong too, because it's at 34. So don't get too tied up in the day-to-day market activity. I always say that the market is kind of like a person walking upstairs using a yo-yo. If you're paying attention to the person, he's getting higher and higher up the steps. If you're watching the yo-yo, it goes up and down and up and down, and you can get kind of dizzy watching it."
Very good. I like that. So how do we get a hold of you for some more of this sage advice?
That you're getting here? You can call us right here at Baird and Company in Saginaw, Michigan at 790-5724. In Midland, it's 839-9035. Or you can find us on the web at rwbaird, BAIRD.com, and then look for either of the branches.
All right, and we'll talk to you Wednesday. Have a great day. Bye-bye, Steve. Steve Anderson at Baird and Company with our ticker tip of the day. Terry Henny's Farm Show will be along next.
What's impressive about Pioneer corn product development?